welcome back to episode number 47 of Travel Talk. Today's episode is not going to be the most exciting episode. Last episode was really cool. Did a lot of stuff, met Taylor Swift, worth watching. But yeah, today's episode is mainly going to be just getting packed, getting last minute essentials and getting everything ready because the next day I would be leaving Sydney and heading on my journey up the East Coast, which I'd be taking in a lot of different places. And wouldn't actually be able to go to another shop for a couple of weeks at least, so I needed to make sure I had everything ready. So yeah, today I had to leave it was a strange day. So basically, because initially I thought I was leaving on that day to go on the East Coast trip, but because things had changed, I had to leave the room I was currently in and then move my stuff into another room where I'd be staying one night and then obviously leaving the next day. So I got up about 8 o'clock, got showered, dressed, packed all my little bits and headed down to the reception to check out and then check back in again basically. And check-out was at 10 o'clock, so I headed down about 1:45, went up to the check-in desk. Now bear in mind, I brought all my stuff down from the 4th floor. Bear in mind the 4th floor. Brought all of it down. And I'd been told the night before that I'd have to leave my stuff and come back about 2 o'clock and check in again because I had to clean the rooms, etc., which was fair enough, didn't have a problem with that. Got down to the front desk and said to them, "Oh, look, I'm checking out. I'm checking into this other room later on. What time will it be ready?" So she looks at the computer and she says, "Oh, no, it's ready now." I went, "Oh, okay." I was like, that's good, you know, get to dump my stuff again and I can go out and do bits during the day. And I said, "Oh, what floor is it on?" And she went, "Oh, the 4th floor." I went, "Oh, just come down from there." And they literally put me in a room that was 2 doors away from the room I'd been in before. So I took all my stuff downstairs to bring it all back up again. I was like, yeah, that could have been averted really easily. So you can imagine how happy I was having to drag it all back upstairs again. But it was fine, you know, I was in this room. It's a very strange room. It was a very small room. It had 4 sets of blinds on 4 different windows. One set worked. So it was kind of a room without a view as such. But yeah, it was a nice room. It's clean, and like I say, it was only for one night, so I can't really complain. Dumped my stuff and headed down to grab some breakfast. I had the now customary, which happened pretty much every second day while I was in Sydney. I had an English breakfast again, just so to make most, because obviously, again, like I say, wouldn't be eating that well in the next couple of weeks, so I need to make the most of what I had. After a rich, fulfilling breakfast, which was rich and fulfilling, which is always good, I made my moves towards the town. I first headed to the Commonwealth Bank to get some money out of my now Australian bank account, which I had. It was basically the money that I'd earned for doing the leaflet job a couple of episodes ago. And then headed on to Market City, which is basically a big indoor mall in Sydney. It's kind of a blend of supermarkets, pharmacies, clothes shops and anything else you can imagine. It's only 2 floors, but it pretty much covers anything you need to buy, in all honesty. First port of call in there was Coles to buy a large bottle of water for the room. It's like $1 for a bottle. It was like that size, so you know, it's pretty good value. And you can't complain at that. And it was funny because in the hostel, obviously, they have to make money, I understand that, but a little bottle of water that was like that big was like $3. So obviously you're going to buy the big one. So, stupidity. So I grabbed one of those, headed to Priceline, which is basically like a Superdrug Savers of Australia. Grabbed some deodorant and some shower gel. Again, wouldn't get a chance to buy any in the future, so I needed to make sure I had some. Stocked up there. Next foray was into a shop called Dollar King, which is false advertising because nothing in there's $1. Not like America when you go to Dollar Tree and every single thing in that shop is $1 and it's amazing. So yeah, big rip-off. So I had a little wander around in there. Didn't really buy anything because, like I say, nothing was $1. Just a load of crap. And then visited JB Hi-Fi, which sells anything electronic you might need. I needed a mouse because the mouse I have for my laptop currently had stopped working. And ironically, that mouse that I bought then is this mouse that I use now. So yay! It still exists, it still works, which is amazing. It's worked for over a year now, so I'm very excited and happy that it's still working. That was basically all the shopping I needed to grab. Came out of there pretty much sorted, pretty much ready to go travelling the next day. Headed back to the room, loaded up with plenty of bags and items that I bought just to get me through the next couple of weeks and carry me through to Brisbane really. Upon arriving back at the hostel, headed back into the room to chill out for a bit. Nice little relaxing day really before tomorrow's travels, and yeah, it was just nice to chill out. In all honesty, it was nice. Yeah, chilled out until probably about 2-3 o'clock before heading to KFC for a late lunch. KFC, I think I went to about 20 times while I was in Sydney, just for the fact it was a 5-minute walk from the hostel and it was the nearest place to get food. So I was like, yeah, KFC, got used a lot. Chicken burgers are amazing. Unless you have a Zinger burger. Zinger burgers I just don't get because, no. Zingy chicken doesn't work. But yeah, I had that, chilled out in the room again for a little while. Headed out for dinner again. I'm pretty sure, and this is going to sound really bad, I'm pretty sure I had KFC for dinner as well. I literally think I had it twice in that day. I was like, yes, KFC, I need you so much. God bless you, KFC. Colonel Sanders, I love you. But yeah, I did that. Went back to the room and just crashed out basically from about 7 o'clock onwards. And yeah, like I say, tomorrow I will be leaving Sydney, jumping on the Loca bus and begin the journey up the East Coast. Very excited to be moving on. Sydney was nice, but definitely not my cup of tea. Definitely not any place I'd want to live. I wouldn't want to live in Sydney or Bondi or anywhere like that. Just don't get on with me. Don't understand really why a lot of people would want to live there, but that's just personal opinion, and obviously a lot of people would disagree. But at the end of the day, just not my type of place. But yeah, like I say, I'm really excited. Well, say I am really excited. I've already done it in the past, so I was really excited to be moving on. And yeah, next episode we'll pick up while I'm on the bus travels. And just to give you a quick insight, basically, while on the Loca bus journey, we would be going to a national park and staying in a lodge in the middle of nowhere, going tubing down a large river. That was cool. We'd be going to Spot X Surf Camp and learning to surf, which again, really looking forward to. Staying in teepees as well. We'd also be going to a place called Yamba, which is a very old style town, harbour town in Australia, so I'd be seeing that. Then on after that to Byron Bay for about a week. Byron Bay, we would then be heading to Surfers Paradise for about 4 days, I think it was. And then after Surfers, we would eventually be hitting Brisbane. So plenty more to come in future videos. You'll have to bear with me for future videos because obviously, like I said before, a previous couple of times, they're not going to be as frequent anymore. But they will be coming eventually. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Hopefully hearing about me doing very little and eating KFC twice in one day hasn't put you off from future videos. And I'll catch you next time. See ya.